Hey YouTube, it's Ashley, back again with another haul, and it's going to be another collective haul for my remaining items from my trip to Maine. So I've got a few different places to show you the items from. The first place I'll show you items from is a Salvation Army, and this Salvation Army, trying to think of where it is. I want to say it's in New Hampshire. But it's right on a main road. If I can find out where the location is, I'll try to tell you, because this Salvation Army has amazing sales. The last time that we went up to Maine, they were the place that had the sale tags 2 for 99 cents, if you remember that haul, or if you've seen that haul video. This time, unfortunately, we went on a day where the sale was only available to seniors and college students, and neither my boyfriend or I are a college student, so we couldn't take advantage of the sale, but items were still so cheap that it really didn't matter. So I'll show you the records that I got first, and I'm just running through them real quick, but I'm pretty sure all of them were 99 cents. Yeah, one of them is marked $2.99, but they did charge me 99 cents each for all of the records. That might not have even been their sticker, that's probably why. So I got Cat Stevens, and this one is called Is It So? IZITSO, all one word. That's what that looks like. I picked up Jackson Brown For Every Man, and this one is still wrapped in the plastic, but it is open. I picked up, this one is, am I looking at the back of it? No. Oh, this one is Dr. Dolittle. And this one is one of the ones that comes with the really neat booklet inside with the color pages. So this like tells you the story of the movie and everyone that was in it. So it's pretty neat. And that's what the cover of the record looks like. I got Pinocchio. And I'm not sure if I have a Pinocchio record yet. I think that I do, but I definitely don't have this one with the little handle like this that opens up to the bigger picture. Oh, and this is one of the ones with the book as well. That's what it's opening up to. I didn't realize that. I didn't have a chance to really look too much at these records. We were basically just like pulling out ones that we wanted, and we didn't want to spend too much time there. So I got Pinocchio, and super exciting, I found another Strawberry Shortcake record. Or I should say my boyfriend found me this Strawberry Shortcake record, because I can't take the credit for it. He did find that one. And just like the Pinocchio record, this one is a Bambi record, so I'm guessing this one also has the book. And it does. This one is falling out a little bit, some of the pages, but I'll just be really careful with it. And then I got Peter, Paul, and Mary Late Again. And Peter, Paul, and Mary Mommy. Peter, Paul, and Mommy. I've seen this one a few times, and I thought I already had it, but I guess I don't. I got the Carpenters singles. And the last one I picked up was Carpenter's Voice of the Heat. So those were $1 a piece, and I also picked up some books at that Salvation Army. And the books, I am not completely positive how much they were. I want to say they were 99 cents and $1.99 for hardcovers. This one might have been less expensive because it's just like a thin hardcover cookbook. But I have a few of these types of cookbooks. This one I didn't even realize is a Kenmore cookbook. It's a microwave cookbook, which is good for me because I like using the microwave. And then I got this collection of ghost stories. It's just called The Dark, New Ghost Stories. I picked up Deeply Odd. This was one from the Odd series by Dean Koontz that I didn't have already. And that one was in really good condition. I picked up Hide and Seek by Jack Ketchum, and I've actually already read this. I read this while we were up in Maine. And I am currently reading this book. This is a Barnes & Noble classic. Yeah, Barnes & Noble classic. It includes Call of the Wild and White Fang. So I'm already through Call of the Wild and partway through White Fang. It was like a really long introduction about how the author came to write the stories and all of that, which at first I was like, maybe I'll just skip over the introduction, but it was a little interesting, some of the information that it gave, so I made it through the introduction and into the story, and I'm really enjoying this book. So I definitely want to re-watch White Fang after I read this, because it does not seem like they really were looking at the same story. It's a lot more brutal in the book, I'm thinking. So anyway, I only got one clothing item from that Salvation Army, and it was this silk shirt from Express, which I just could not resist. It's black with just all different color polka dots, purple, green, red, yellow. It was just too beautiful to leave there. So I picked that up. That one was $3.99, and I don't think that, oh, the tag sale didn't matter because we weren't students or seniors, so it was the full price of $3.99. And I'm just reaching behind me to put that in my laundry basket, if you're wondering, because my laundry basket is piled very high behind my dress form here. So the next items that I'll show you were from, I don't really want to call it an antique store, but it's kind of like an antique store slash consignment store. A bunch of different vendors set up areas there, and they have anything from, you know, DVDs, like newer items, to used books, to actual antiques. And it's a huge store. There's a few stores like that we stop at that are all along the same road. And the first one that we stopped at, I just picked up 2 books. And these are 2 Stephen King books that I didn't have already. One is Stephen King Goes to the Movies. And these are all stories from him that have been made into movies. And some books that I have already include a few stories that are in here, like The Shawshank Redemption, 1408, and Hearts in Atlantis. But I don't have anything that has The Mangler, Children of the Corn. Just those 2 in it. So I haven't read those stories yet, so I'm excited to read those. And then I also picked up The Regulators. I've already read this and Desperation, which is the other half of this story. They were really good, so I wanted to pick up a copy. And on that same line, at the other antique store that was kind of similar of a setup, I picked up for 99 cents Stephen King's Joyland. Oh, and those books were, I want to say they were like $3.50. They were kind of expensive. But when I thought about it, I'm like, you know what, that's only like 50 cents more than I pay at Savers, so it's not that bad. And then I also picked up for 99 cents this book called Neverwhere. And it's by Neil Gaiman. I hope I'm saying that right, G-A-I-M-A-N. I've never heard of him, but when I read the back cover, this story sounded really interesting. So I figured I'd give that a try. And then I picked up a cookbook. It is the New Farm Vegetarian Cookbook. And you know how I love my vintage cookbooks. This one is all kinds of colorful, and there's some really neat recipes in here. And I picked up a couple of records. Most of these were half off. There was only one that was not half off. So I got Billy Joel's The Bridge. So this was actually $3 instead of $6. I picked up Jackson Browne Lawyers in Love. So this was only $1.50 instead of $3. I picked up The Kinks' Greatest Hits. So this one was only $3 instead of $6. And the last one was Carly Simon, and I'm trying to read what the name of this is. It is called Another Passenger. This one I did pay the full price of $2 for, but I figured $2 for a Carly Simon record that I don't already have is not really a bad deal. And believe it or not, I'm coming around to my last thrifting adventure while up in Maine, and I only got a couple items from there. It was a trip to the Goodwill. And we've been to this Goodwill most of the times that we've been up to Maine, or at least the last, you know, probably 3 or 4 times. And this one I'm really bad with this. I don't remember where the Goodwill location is either, but we found a really cool restaurant right next door to the Goodwill, so I'm really glad we had stopped there. And I picked up 2 books. This one is called Aloud, Voices from the... uh-oh. I do not know how to pronounce that word. Something Poets Cafe. You can read that yourself. It is spelled N-U-Y-O-R-I-C-K-A... N-U-Y-O-R-I-C-A-N. New Yoroican? I have no idea. So it's a collection of poetry, is the point of that one. And I paid $1.99 for that. And then I also picked up The Virgin Suicides. I have read this book before, but I don't own a copy. It's definitely one that I'd read again, especially for 99 cents. That's not Goodwill's tag on the front, their tag is on the side. So I picked that one up. I also picked up this really cute dress. This one is from Ann Taylor. And I'm hoping I'll be able to wear this before we lose all of our warm weather here in Massachusetts. And it just comes down to the bottom, where it's got a little bit of trim here. And I just really liked the colors in this. And it looks like it might have had detachable straps at some point, just judging by the little like nub things built in here. But it did not come with straps, so I'll be wearing it strapless and I'm sure with a little cardigan. And that was $4.99, which I thought was a really great deal. And the last item, probably my most exciting item, at least from Goodwill, is this pair of cowboy boots. And you might recognize these because they are the same as my red, black, and white ones that I picked up from Salvation Army probably a few months ago now. But I'm actually looking at them, which is why I keep looking over to the side. These are a pair of vintage Nine West cowboy boots. These ones are green, brown, and like a mustardy yellow color. And these do have some wear on the soles. The other ones that I bought were brand new. But these were also $10, and the other ones that I bought were $20, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. I'm actually going to grab the other pair so you can see. Sorry about stepping out of frame for a second there. So this is what the other pair looks like. So you can see they're the same boot, just different colors. And they're both awesome. So I bought these to add to my cowboy boot collection, and that was the last item. So I hope you enjoyed all the items that I bought while I was on vacation, and the last items that I bought from my Savers extravaganza. And I'm sure I will be back again with another haul video. Thanks for watching. Bye.